I was interested in figuring out you how you change, or how do you reinvent the purpose of a library in these difficult
I don't know if it's more about reinventing the purpose, because I think the purpose is still the same, that we are there to really support our community. We are an institution of lifelong learning. It's how we go about doing that. And we're very lucky as libraries, as institutions, that we really moved online in, late 90s, early 2000s, with online resources. And that has really, really taken off and really become kind of its own place where people like to go and learn. And so I think it's more about how do we use those e-resources or electronic resources to really still have a presence out in the community, but also to support people's needs. We are offering a lot of virtual programming now. So for instance, the story times where people would bring in their children, we now have that through Facebook Live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. So you can log in as a parent with the kids, and they're looking for things to do. I mean, the older kids, they have the schools. With the younger kids, you imagine being in a house with a child that's very active, and you're trying to think of, what can I do with this child that's productive and that keeps their attention? And wouldn't it be lovely if they come to story time physically, but they're seeing the same librarian who does their story time, but now she's on the computer. Wow, we really hope this doesn't last forever. We want to come back to the real physical nature of a library. But again, there's this virtual presence, and I think we know that when we reopen, not everybody's going to feel welcome, not welcome so much. They're not going to feel safe to come to the library. Some people won't. So we're going to have to keep up our virtual options that we are starting to develop.
This has been great. Is there anything else that you want the community to know?
We have a program that you are going to help us with author Casey Sepp. And Casey Sepp wrote a wonderful book last year called Furious Hours, and it had to do with Harper Lee and the last trial of Harper Lee. She has written this wonderful article on Dorothy Day, who was a real Catholic writer and activist, and it's a wonderful article that she wrote for the New Yorker. So she has offered to kind of come back to us. She was with us a year ago, and we had close to 200 people in our meeting room, which is really just stretching it. But she's going to do this interview through the Talbot Spy and with Bill Peak. I think everybody knows Bill Peak, our library guy, and he's going to do the interview. So I know we also have a few other exciting programs. We have local author Tim Young doing, and I think you probably are very aware of Tim Young. He does juvenile picture books. He's both the author and illustrator for these, and they're wonderful picture books. He helps us run the Chesapeake Children's Book Festival. Without him, we couldn't do that. So he is doing these programs called Creative Fun with Tim Young on Facebook Live. And he will be doing the next one on May 6th. We have another program called Read Along with Me, which is with Laura Powell. And it's for older children. It's not the story time that's geared to 0 to 5, but it's for 7 and up. And it's on the book, The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. So it's kind of like you're reading this chapter book with Laura, and it's a real interactive kind of thing.
Okay.
So
we come back every 2 or 3 weeks.
That would be wonderful.
And maybe a different slice of the library. Okay. More later. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.